Good evening, everyone, and welcome in to the virtual Talladega Superspeedway for a very special night of racing here for PGR Esports. A Tuesday night tonight, the very special event, the PGR Esports Better Half Dash. In the spirit of Valentine's Day, the better halves of our Thursday drivers are going to get a chance to go at it here on a Tuesday night and race for you. 25 laps coming up. We got a big audience already. I know this is a very exciting night for a lot of people. We got 10 of the better halves in the lobby right now, ready to go. About a minute 20 remaining in qualifying. The lap you're watching is Dina Oberlander, the girlfriend of Nash Brambilla for Team PGR, on the racetrack right now as we get this one ready to go here in just a minute. So I'm going to get something switched over here, just make sure we're all good on that so we get some driver onboard cameras for you here in just a moment as well. With 60 seconds to go, we'll try to quickly introduce the very busy broadcast booth. Not a lot of room up here tonight for the Better Half Dash. But we will start with the man who is usually in my spot right now on Thursday nights, Austin Green of the Ghost Racing Network. Austin, you're up here for a little bit of a different look tonight. It's going to be a really fun one, a really lighthearted night of racing. What are you looking forward to tonight?
Well, a lot of things. I mean, first of all, we were talking about this the other night, Dawson. I've got my money that the better halves race better than everybody else that we normally see here in the money races. But, I mean, man, what a cool event it is to see something like this. I've been in iRacing for, I don't know, a year and a half, and I've never seen something quite like this. So I'm excited tonight, and I mean, from everything we've seen, there's been a lot of pregame hype. These people have been practicing. The ladies are ready to go, and it's going to be a good event here tonight.
Well, absolutely it is. As we get ready to put the trucks on the grid real quickly, we'll introduce the third member of our team tonight, and that is another driver who races normally on Thursdays tonight. Jeff Farina Merck, if you will. Jeff, welcome to the booth. What are you looking for tonight in this one?
I mean, the ladies, I heard they've been running a lot of practice this week, so, I mean, there's only 10 trucks on the track. It might be a better race than we normally see on Thursday nights because we normally have like 43 trucks.
Well, it might be. We're going to have to see if they do outperform their less talented halves tonight, if you will, and that is a direct shot at the guys that race on Thursday nights, the better halves in the trucks here on this race. The grid is on the racetrack, and we will get you introduced to the what appears to be an 10 truck field tonight, and we will get right into it here. Your starting grid for the PGR Better Half Dash coming up here from Talladega. On the pole of quick time, 56.021. Impressive lap. Heather McDonald, the better half of Larry McDonald of Hyper Motorsports, is first on the grid tonight. To her outside, I should say, is Katie Baker, the wife of our race controller Matthew Baker, on Thursdays tonight, taking to the racetrack for her first attempt at a win here in PGR on row number 2. Series owner Michael Triscaro's better half. It's Nikki Triscaro will start from third, and to her outside it'll be the better half of Ambrose Kniebel, Nicole Kniebel, in the 305. Row 3, the better half of Nash Brambilla, Dina Oberlander, who we watched qualify there just a moment ago, will start from 5th. It'll be Kate Baste, the better half of Ryan Baste of KSR, starting from the 6th position tonight. Starting from 7th, it'll be Tarina Haynes in the 41, the better half of Jeremy Osborne, normally in the 41. And to her outside, it'll be the better half of Alex Coffey, Jyra Epps in the 1. Row number 5, ignore those two bozos sitting there on row number 5. They are race controllers tonight. And on row 6, rounding out the field, it'll be Caitlin McKay in the 69 machine, the girlfriend of Tanner Kasinger, the better half. And rounding out the field, Team PGR's Mike Davenport's better half. That is Lily Davenport in the 55 machine. So we're getting ready to go under the green flag. And with that being said, we are now joined by our fourth member of the broadcast team here tonight, the man who will be race controlling, kind of going into the Matthew Baker role here tonight, and that is Cody Nagels. Cody, what a fun event we've got on tap. I cannot wait for this one. What are you looking for out of this one tonight?
I'll be honest with you, Dawson. I really don't know what to expect. I'm glad to be up here. Just to go over with everyone, I'm not sure if you had a chance to clarify, but we are paying out 5 spots, and it will be $40 to first place. I think there just needs to be a little bit of space given and patience. It is a 25-lap race, but it's going to be really, really interesting to see, who wants to be aggressive to start this race and get out front early.
What a fun event this is going to be. As we get ready to go green, it's 25 laps you see there in the top left. The damage tonight is off. No fuel is going to be in the scenario tonight. Tonight's just an all-out race. Who's going to be the best better half after 25 laps of racing. Well, guys, we'll go through really quickly and make picks. We'll start with Austin. Austin, you got a pick for tonight's race. Who are you looking at to get the job done?
I think I'm going to have to go with Baker's better half, Kate Baker, rather. I mean, we saw her in the practice and the warm-up. She's already got down the side of getting mad at drivers if they're doing things that are not the way she wants them to be done. But she also had the talent. We saw her holding a pretty steady wheel on the outside line from the short clips we saw. And, I mean, hey, you qualify up on the front row. Clearly you're doing something right. She's got a rockin' paint scheme. We'll see what she can do here tonight.
We'll move next to Merck. Merck, you got anybody you're looking at in this race to get the job done?
I am going to go with Mrs. Trascaro, for sure. That's my pick, Mrs.
All right.
Trascaro.
She's starting third on the inside there, trying to get lined up. Lastly, Cody, real quick before we go, Green, who are you picking for tonight's event?
Well, I think Merck just took the words out of my mouth, but starting P3 in the number 3, I've got to go with Nikki Trascaro.
All right, well, we've all got our picks. I'm going to mirror Austin here. I think Kate Baker's going to get the job done. The way she's been practicing, the intensity I've seen, it's going to be awfully hard to beat her. She's on her A game tonight. What a fun event we've got planned for you. 25 laps are on tap. We're getting ready to go under the green flag into the restart zone for the first time tonight. Green flag for Heather McDonald. The better half dash is green at Talladega.
Throw the caution.
Oh, man, back live at Talladega, and Heather McDonald has gone for a slide out of the lead. The yellow flag's going to come out for that one as, well, Heather tries to get it back going straight. You saw the big move up the middle by Nicole Knievel, and they got together. McDonald and Knievel got together. It sent the 80 for a slide. We'll take a look at it here as they come off the tri-oval. This was a bonsai move. This is a move I'd expect out of a Thursday night that we get on the Tuesday night on lap number 1. Nicole Knievel says, I'm going right through the middle. I'm going to the race lead. And make some contact there with Heather McDonald coming through the tri-oval. Just not enough room there for both those trucks. And actually makes some more contact there by the Geico restart zone. Around goes Heather. And I'll give her a lot of credit. She made a heck of an effort trying to save this. Slides it through the grass, but is going to come together with the pit wall at the end of the pit. See the brakes locked all the way down on the 80. Lucky for her, no damage tonight on these trucks. She's able to get it back going and get back going in the right direction. But guys, we'll bring you in now real quick for some analysis on this one. A move I think we're all used to seeing on Thursday nights. And so, Austin, we'll start with you. Looks to me just some contact meeting in the middle, going for the same real estate.
Yeah, certainly did. I mean, just trying to get a feel for it. You know, these ladies don't quite maybe think about it the same way. But, you know, one thing that I just heard over the radio chatter, Dawson, was something that we also don't see on Thursdays, and that was an apology from Miss Knievel. She said, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. So, you know, just, again, getting a feel for it. I think after about the first 5 laps or so under green, everybody's going to kind of know what to do. But, yeah, in that case, just, you know, maybe a little bit too much aggression early. But everyone's out here having fun, and nobody's going to be too upset about that one.
Well, absolutely. We'll go to our few drivers here in the booth with us now. Merck, we'll start with you. You know, what's your take on that one? Obviously, something we tend to see on Thursdays a little bit. What's your take on what we just saw?
Yeah, I mean, it was, she went 3 wide there. And when the 80 car, I think what caused a lot of that was she's probably not used to, once she got on the apron, the force feedback probably pulled the wheel back, and then she was fighting the wheel from there. And, man, she hit that inside wall a ton. So maybe, you know, maybe we can send the ambulance down there to check on her. The virtual ambulance down there to make sure she's all right.
We'll roll the safety equipment down there to the exit of the tri-oval here for the 80, although no damage on the truck, and Heather has gotten back to the tail end of the field. As we are under caution here for the first time as they pace here on lap number 4. Nicole Kniebel, the big move to the middle, got the job done to get all the way to the race lead. And so we pace now under lap number 4. It's pretty impressive racing early on. And with that being said here, 4 laps in, we'll bring in the 5th member of our loaded, busy broadcast booth tonight, another Thursday regular, and that is Sierra Clampert. Sierra, glad to have you here, first of all. First time we've gotten to have you up here with us for one of these. What are you expecting to see? A little bit different perspective for you tonight, watching the better halves go out and race on the racetrack.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, no, I'm really excited for this personally because I love when girls just simply at least try to get into it. And I can tell that these girls are definitely trying. I think with the accident we just got in, it was just simply what Jeff said. It was just getting on the yellow line a little bit too much. And I'm sure she just accidentally got a little bit loose.
Well, definitely what it looked like to me as we brought our race controller back in here, Cody Nagels. Well, and right as I go to cue him, he goes back on race chatter, so we'll let him keep doing his thing, a lot like when we have Baker doing the race control on Thursday nights. You never know when you're going to have him, when you're going to not. So while we have a chance, we'll go through the driver cameras, the onboard cameras that we have for tonight's race. We did have that set up, and you'll get to see a unique perspective of what they're seeing out the front of the trucks. First one, series owner Michael Triscaro's better half, Nikki Triscaro, is got the onboard camera going for us tonight, running right now in position number 3, going to be on the inside of this restart. We'll see what she can do. Jyra Epps currently running closer to the tail end, running 7th right now. She's got a camera on for us as well. Dina Oberlander, better have an Ash Brambilla, has a camera as we get ready to go back green. And the last one for us is Lily Davenport. And that one, there it is. Full setup camera. Lily Davenport, the behind camera we're used to seeing for Mike Davenport, is on Lily's truck tonight. Green flag is back in the air. 21 laps to go. Oberlander out of shape. Back there around Jyra Epps. They all get it together. 3 wide up front. Big move to the outside. That's Caitlin McKay. Better half of Tanner Kasinger going to the outside in the 69 truck, but it's all Nicole Kniebel up front right now. I saw some in chat asking if she learned from Ambrose. I think that's safe to say that she did learn from Ambrose and made a bonsai move there on lap 1 that I think we all would have expected Ambrose to make on the first lap of one of these. So far, everybody, wow, this is actually really impressive. Everybody's singled out, and all of a sudden, I think we're going to do some green flag racing here down the backstretch.
Yeah, and I hate to interrupt you there, but anybody that's raced with Ambrose Kniebel knows Ambrose isn't that good of a driver, so that's definitely not an Ambrose move.
Oh, trouble behind the leaders. Jyra
Epps.
Epps goes around. It's Katie Baker as well that's on the apron. And the caution flag going to come back out one more time. They got together. Luckily, they all keep it out of the wall. But some contact further back puts us right back under the yellow flag.
Oh.
We'll take a look at what happened here. Looked like, again, maybe some meeting in the middle for the same real estate. And, oh, wow. Actually, it was Heather McDonald again coming up off the apron. I think maybe Heather tries to go under all of them. Actually, this is a pretty good move. As they came through 3 and 4, it was pretty impressive. She had a huge run. So did the 69 of Caitlin McKay. And unfortunately, McDonald gets a hold of Katie. Katie rolls up the racetrack, washes up the hill. And there's going to be some more contact here between Katie Baker and Jyra Epps. And let's see what happens here in turns 3 and 4. And we'll bring in our race controller, Cody Nagels, this time. Cody, you're kind of doing both tonight in the Baker role, so we'll start with you. What do you see on this one?
Looked like it just started with Heather McDonald looking like she got shot right out of a cannon, and unfortunately for Katie Baker, just looked to be the recipient of a little bit of carnage. And I think it might have even started back when Heather McDonald was in the back, and it looked like the restart, everyone was just spread out more than we're used to seeing. And when Heather was getting the draft coming up through the field, just carrying a lot more speed than what we're used to seeing on the restart. And for the ladies around her, I just think it might have been a little bit too much to handle with the speed difference.
Well, I'll tell you what, before this race started, we wondered, we all were discussing, we all wondered, would they go 4 wide? Well, we have our answer, because that's the first 4 wide move of the night. Austin, we said we expected 4 wide like we saw on Thursdays. I mean, they just got through it pretty okay right there in 3 and 4 until the contact further back.
Yeah, I'm wondering if any of the regulars that we see on Thursday are taking down notes and thinking about trying it. But, yeah, I mean, that was an impressive move. I certainly haven't seen anything quite like it before, and I think maybe that was a little bit of the problem right there for Baker's better half, is she was just like, what in the world happened? And all of a sudden, they were turned around going the wrong way, but still a lot of aggression early from, I guess 2 of the better halves that maybe we could have expected it from. I'm kind of shocked. Larry and Ambrose, 2 of the kind of calmer drivers that we usually see when we do see them out here on Thursdays. But, man, so far they are going at it. Punches, haymakers being thrown left and right, first, last, in the middle. I mean, they're dicing for every position they can get right now.
Yeah, a little bit of contact there almost between Jira Epps and the 69, Caitlin McKay. McKay actually had a run as well. Did the same thing that Heather McDonald did, just went to the top side up against the safer barrier. That was an impressive move there by the 69. 69 has found her way to the front here very early on, as has Heather McDonald, who was just in the first incident. She's back up to position number 2 already. So impressive runs early from those two as we get one more look at the incident here between Epps and Katie Baker. Again, no damage tonight. They're able to keep it rolling and get back with the field. Actually, McDonald cycles all the way to the lead. So really good stuff there from Heather McDonald. It went all the way from the inside wall of pit road to the race lead after just a few laps there. So we're under caution again here with 19 laps to go in the better half dash as we get ready to rack them back up and go one more time really quickly. Before we do, though, I want to bring back in Sierra Clampert. Sierra, do you have a pick tonight? We asked the other guys for their picks. Do you have anybody you're watching in the show tonight to get the job done?
That's a really good question. Honestly, I was thinking Baker, but that move by McDonald was actually amazing.
Well, absolutely it was. Great move to get all the way to the race lead, and it's going to be McDonald and Knievel here on the front row one more time. Green flag is back in the air. We're going to try this again from Talladega. Oh, Knievel has some problems on the restart. Doesn't get going very well. 3 wide up front for the lead here. McDonald drives through, goes all the way to the race lead. She leads back to turn number 1. Great move, and the yellow flag going to come out of trouble further back. Looks like that does involve Nicole Knievel. Some issues here on the connection, or the 305 is going to cause this caution to come right back out here with 18 laps to go. We'll go back and see what happens here, as we don't even have a camera look here. So some serious connection issues going on here on the restart. You saw Nicole have the control of the restart. You see her start to blink in and out right here in the tri-oval, and this is a problem we see typically when we go money racing, is connection can be a pretty fatal issue. It's a fatal issue right here. Unfortunately, the blinking is going to cause some contact a little further back here, which has caused the yellow flag to be brought right back out. Looks to me it's like a connection thing. We'll see what happens here as they come further up to the line. We got back going, and some contact there between Nicole Knievel, Dina Oberlander. They're going to go around. Oh my goodness, Jira Epps, how in the world did she miss that one? Might have to get an onboard look at that one. Big moment there for the 1. Oh, hard hit, really hard hit there for Oberlander. A tough break for her, but again, no damage. And guys, we'll bring you in again as we're under yet another caution. Cody, we'll start with you. Connection, a big issue in the money racing scene. Looks to have bitten Nicole Knievel right there. I mean, it just seems to cause a little bit of a stack up, a little bit of panic further back.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail right on the head there, and I'm hoping now that the connection is out of the way, because I don't believe the 305 has re-entered the race. So we'll see. I'm hoping we can get at least, a few green flag laps here, because I'd like to see, out of the drivers we have, who's going to be looking the raciest, because at least up until this point, I don't think we've got a true look at who the front runners at the end could be.
Oh, absolutely, and we're under caution once more. You're going to see one more look at it here as Knievel starts to come back up the racetrack. You see she's just trying to figure out the connection issues, and they get squeezed together. You see how close it's going to end up being right here. And now watch the 1 of Jira Epps. Watch the 1 truck. Whoa, that's a close call there. You can see the pull on the wheel, too. A A little bit of a panic moment there on the front stretch. That's a huge hit for Dina Oberlander. Both back tires up off the ground. A tough hit for the 13, which, I'll tell you what, Austin in a Thursday night race would have been a night ender tonight. Lucky for them, no damage, but that's a tough break there for Dina Oberlander.
Yeah, it certainly is, and like you said, I mean, the good news is you can get right back in at the back of the pack, so, there'll be a little bit of work to do, but going back to what Cody said earlier, you definitely can see the green flag potential here. It's just a couple, little things of, I think when the ladies get bumped right now, they're just trying to figure out, it's which way do you want me to go? Do I jerk it up? Do I jerk it back down like the track? It's just, I'm sure Baker and them are yelling, all the better halves telling them, no, go this way, go that way. So everybody's still just trying to figure it out, and I think this thing will get a little bit cleaner as we go on.
Trying to figure out is right. We're 10 laps into the 25-lap schedule distance now. I do believe we have some green-white checkers available, so we'll get to that a little bit later on in the night. 8 trucks still out there right now. Something's happened with the 69 of Caitlin McKay as well. Some issue has happened there, as she's not on the racetrack either, I don't believe. As Nicole Kniebel continues to sit on pit road, try to solve the connection issue. We're going to look at our 3 drivers remaining with onboard cameras. There is Nikki Triscaro. She's in a good spot right now, running in position number 2 on the outside of row number 1. And you see Mike Triscaro there in the background, series owner, trying to walk her through this here as we get ready to go back under the green flag. And you'll see that on a lot of these. Here is Jyra Epps. She's inside the top 5. You see Alex Coffey sitting there next to her, walking her through it. And Dina Oberlander, I believe that's Nash there in the background. Not doing as much walking through as Michael Triscaro or Alex Coffey, but hanging around anyway, so we'll see what all 3 of them can do the rest of the way. And as we get ready to go back green, this should be a fun restart. Merck, we've seen several of these kinds of races over time where we have cautions throughout the race. How do you guys as drivers handle these kinds of races? How do you think that these ladies are handling these cautions early in the race?
Well, I think it's good for the ladies because they can get a little coaching from their boyfriends, husbands, stuff like that. But as a more experienced driver, you don't like it because of the simple fact you're watching the laps tick away and you really can't make a lot of moves unless on restrictor plates, unless you get a lot of green flag runs.
Back into the restart zone. You see the pace speed starting to increase slowly but surely. We're going to try this again. 15 laps to go. In the better half dash, green flag is back in the air. What a start for Nikki Triscaro. She is here, there, and gone on the restart. The 3 rolling big time, but is it too big a lead? Here at these kinds of tracks, this lead is awfully big. I don't know if this is going to work out for her. Heather McDonald in the catbird seat now as we wait on them to fan out further back. Looking 3 wide. They get it back solved. Kate Bass looks to the inside. That's going to be for second. The Classic 73 KSR Chevrolet. No surprise to see that truck running up front. But this time with Kate Bass behind the wheel. She's going to get all the way to second. She's going to take a look for the lead here down the backstretch. Into turn number 3 for the first time. Austin, we got a battle for the lead on the racetrack.
We do, and sorry for the quick cutoff right there, but, 2 by 2 for the first couple of rows, and then after that, everybody's single-filed out, but notice, Dawson, every restart that we keep getting here, everybody's getting cleaner and cleaner. McDonald up top, still with a pretty good run, but based on the bottom, she's looking strong right now, and her line looks just about as good as anybody we've seen. The 69 spun around on the exit of pits. What a close call that was.
Whoa, that was close there for that one, but not sure what happened there.
Baker was going to make it 3 wide there for a second through the triangle.
I would not be surprised about that at all. Taking right after Matthew Baker, going right through the middle, taking any gap that comes open. On the top side, it's Heather McDonald in the 80. A late entry to this race, but so far looked like one of the trucks to beat. Following her to the front is Jyra Epps in the 1. Great run by those 2 so far. These 3 up front, the class of the field. Dina Oberlander looks to the middle for a second. Now she looks back to the bottom. She's looking for a hole in. Cody, this is starting to look like a little bit of the scramble we're used to seeing on Thursday nights.
Oh, it absolutely is, and what I am just at awe at right now, normally with the plate tracks, you get a lot of pushing. These ladies don't want to be pushing. They want to be leading, as we've seen it with Kate Bass, with Heather McDonald. Nobody is content playing second fiddle right now.
Oh, neither is Lily Davenport. Oh, Overlander puts McDonald on the wall. Trouble around goes the 80. Triscaro up in the air. Nikki Triscaro, a wild ride there in 1 and 2, and that brings another yellow flag. And that was a ride and a half there for the 3, as there was contact between Overlander and Heather McDonald. That ended up sending...
We have to go back when we're watching that replay with a ride along with Katie Baker from the cockpit view of the driving she did to drive through that wreck.
Oh, we'll take a look here in a second. We'll give you a replay first of what happened. There was some contact here between the 13 of Overlander there, the Taylor Swift truck on the inside, and Heather McDonald. You see, Overlander takes a look to the outside here. McDonald has the line. We're going to get to a little bit better camera angle. Here you go. You can see what I mean. And again, similar to moves we're used to seeing on Thursday nights, maybe just a little bit early on the clear up. Overlander gets into McDonald. Looks like they're going to save it right here. I thought they were going to be okay. McDonald comes off the wall, though, and as she takes a left off the wall, Gyra Epps nowhere to go. And, oh, man, Nikki Triscaro unlucky there, gets clipped. And watch this wild ride here in 1 and 2. Up over the top of Gyra Epps in the 1. And almost goes all the way over, all 4 tires off the ground. 31 as well, getting by it. Impressive there from Tarina Haynes, I believe that's who that was that got through that one there at the tail end. Impressive work, but Nikki Triscaro, that's a tough break. She had it missed.
And then...
Oh, go ahead as we get another look at this one, but we'll get you guys in here now and get your analysis on this one. Looks to me like a little bit early on the move there from Overlander, and a confident move, but one that was a little bit late. Well, don't all talk at once. Austin, we'll start with you. Again, it looks like just a quick clear up there from the 13 to me. And it led to a little bit of contact. And unfortunately, Nikki Triscaro gets the blunt into that one.
Yeah, she certainly did. And, I was sitting here thinking it wouldn't really be the full experience without at least one of the better halves absolutely hitting the wall so hard the truck flips upside down. That's what we see just about every Thursday to somebody. In this case, yeah, unfortunately for Nikki Triscaro. But how about the little secondary wreck after that? I think that's what Merck may have been giggling about. Like, just about all of them got by it initially, and then all of a sudden you got 4 more collected here coming off the turn 2. It looked like Kate Base maybe started to check up, and the 13 truck didn't quite get the memo. Overlander was thinking maybe need to let off a little bit more next time, but yeah, overall that's a tough one there for Triscaro.
Oh yeah, we see that now, the secondary crash here behind the first crash that they were starting to check up, didn't quite get the memo, and oh man, Katie Baker piles in. That's unlucky. As she gets into the side of the 55 of Lily Davenport. They're going to go into the inside wall. I didn't even see this one at first. This one happens after the first wreck. And we'll go back really quickly. We'll get the onboard here with Katie Baker in the 5. As we get on board here. Here's on board with Katie Baker in the 5. Let's see what happens. Here's the first one. She misses the first one by inches. And here's they come off turn number 2. You're going to see the contact up ahead, and, oh, actually some more contact. Wow, as Lily Davenport tried to get on the brakes. Oh, man, they all hit the inside wall. Tough break, but all able to get rolling. We're getting ready to go back under the green flag. And quickly before we go back green, Sierra Clampert. Sierra, what are you seeing on this? What would you suggest to some of the other halves that are in the chat right now? I know for sure to tell their better halves here to make a move to get to the front.
Yeah, I think that they're all just kind of like fight or flight right now and just going for it. I can't imagine what Triscaro just went through mentally, because I've been there. You're just driving along, then all of a sudden you're flipping. So I'm sure she had a big gasp for that one.
Well, certainly. We're going to go back green. 10 laps to go this time by. We'll see if we can get some more green flag racing. And we got a little bit in right there. Got a taste of it. We'll see if we can do it again here as Kate Base, Dina Oberlander going to be your front row for the race start. 10 laps to go. We're in what would be crunch time on a Thursday. Let's see what it pans out to be here on Tuesday night. The better half dash. Green flag is back in the air. Kate Base brings the field to the restart zone and gets a huge jump along with Gyra Epps right on her tail. And don't look now, Lily Davenport's made her way to the top 3 as well. Heather McDonald still hanging back there in 5th. The others trying to get back on the draft. As we exit turn number 2. We'll see if we can start to rotate this around and see if we can get a couple green flag laps in. So here we go off turn number 2. Austin, we'll start with you. Here they come, 3 wide down to the super stretch.
Yeah, 3 wide, and McDonald not showing any signs of backing down, not with the way this race has been going for her. But I'm telling you, I don't want to change my pick. I got faith in Baker still, but Baste, man, she is doing a phenomenal job on the inside. I think probably if we had an award for holding the steadiest line tonight, it's got to go to her, and it's working out well. She wraps the bottom, and she holds the lead out of turn number 4.
Well, here they come down the front stretch again, starting to fan out just a little bit here in the tri-oval. The battle for the lead will start. Here comes Jyra Epps to the outside. Heather McDonald still holding up by the safer barrier. Probably going to have to get in line here, try to get something working. Dina Overlander throws a block there against the safer barrier. Now goes up there herself, gets into the wall. Oh, they're going to make contact in the middle of 1 and 2. This has been a brewing rivalry, it seems like, the whole night so far. Are they going to make contact here on the exit of turn number 2? How do they get all through it? Cody, how are they still doing this? Oh, trouble around goes Jyra Epps, and they're wrecking again on the back straightaway.
Oh, Dawson, I think you might have spoke a little bit too soon, but man, was that an impressive 3 wide there for a little bit? I mean, I'm just going to call it like it is. I've been in races, that, granted, like we're talking Carb Cup type races, but these ladies are running better than a lot of people I see in hosted races. This is impressive.
Well, absolutely it is. No caution flag yet, though. We're going to stay green for a moment here. We'll see if one is thrown after the fact, and there it is, the yellow flag out here with what's going to be 8 laps to go as, well, these 5 ladies running the top 5 were in a really great spot, and, well, unfortunately, it's going to be halted here by a yellow flag. We'll go back under yellow with 8 laps to go. We'll go back and show you exactly what happened here off turn number 2. I don't even know how they made this work. I thought for sure that we were going to have some contact there between Heather McDonald and Dina Oberlander, who were, man, they were going at it the entire turns 1 and 2, but we'll take another look at it. Guys, will bring in here. I mean, what do you see on that one? Merck, we'll start with you. What do you see here off turn number 2?
Yeah, first I want to point out to everybody at home who might be watching the broadcast and you see these trucks 3 wide. It's not near as easy as it looks. There's a lot of white knuckle driving 3 wide. Yeah, these ladies are a little less experienced than the guys that do it, 4 or 5 days a week. But even for us 3 wide, your eyes are kind of always darting around trying to see where the cars are. But this was just kind of the 13 cars. Sorry with the names, I don't have it pulled up. I mean, she was riding the safer barrier all the way around the wall, which is very impressive, as close as she was. And then her and the 80 off the exit, they just kind of, I don't know, probably had too much wheel in it, kind of got a little loose, started banging off of each other, and it just kind of accordioned, and that's what crashed.
Certainly looked like it to me, but I'll tell you, again, for a quick second there, and I know we have a lot of our Thursday guys in chat, it looked a little bit, I feel like on a Thursday this might be a wreck well before it is. I don't know how they held it together as long as they did. Austin, we've seen this kind of move on Thursdays before where they get this close together. They made it a lot longer than the other halves typically do on Thursday nights.
Yeah, they certainly did. But, Dawson, I was sitting here thinking, and this is a point I want to bring up for all of you up here in the booth that I'm curious about is, do we have teams here tonight? I mean, do we have Dale Cup, but for the better halves, do we have Team PGR, NBG? I mean, how does this work? Are they splitting the money? I mean, what are we doing?
I got to be honest, I have no idea. I'm trying to even catch if we have any formal teammates from the other nights in here. The only set of teammates, typically if you want to put it that way, would be Lily Davenport and Nikki Triscaro. The Team PGR teammates are both in the field, so I don't know. Interesting now that you bring it up. Not sure if that's going on, but Cody, what do you think? We got teams in here tonight. What are you seeing?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say absolutely not. These ladies, obviously, the name of the event is the Better Half Dash, and the name comes by it, honestly, to be able to put up with the husbands and boyfriends racing as much as they do. But this is the ladies' time to shine. And I'm thinking, I don't believe for a second anybody's going to sit back and take anything less than first place.
We're going to look at the tail end of this wreck. This is Dina Oberlander as she's going to have a mammoth hit to the inside wall. And we'll see this here really quickly before we go back green. You see she hooks a left, tries to get away from the wreck. Unfortunately, it's going to beeline for the inside wall. And look at this hit. Second big one of the night for the 13. Big hit into the inside wall for Oberlander. So Another incident there for her, but we are ready to go back green. We're in crunch time now for sure. 6 laps to go in the better half dash when the pace truck drops off the speedway. There it goes, leaves the field in the hands of Kate Baste in the 73. Let's see what she can get done as we come by the start-finish line one more time. 6 laps to go. Who's going to get the job done here in the better half dash? Kate Baste, Lily Davenport on the front row. Green flag is back in the air. Back up through the gears they go. 6 laps to go here from Talladega in the better half dash. So down towards turn number 1. As they're still side by side here, Davenport and Baste for the race lead. Tarina Haynes, Katie Baker hanging in the balance here. Katie Baker's found her way back through the field, as is Dina Oberlander. Look at her. She's going quickly through the field, as is Jyra Epps. She's going to look below the yellow line. Have to come back up. Oh, contact there between Epps and Tarina Haynes. They get through it. Here come the runs. Where does it come from? It's going to be Katie Baker. Does she look for the lead? Yes, she does.
Oh,
the 5, the Coasting
Katie.
Thunder Chevrolet up to the outside. Can she get the job done? To get to the race lead, she's going to try it. She needs a little bit of help here. Jyra Epps staying loyal here to the bottom of the racetrack. Oberlander and Nicole Knievel go down there with her. Davenport's still up there with Katie Baker, but just not a lot doing here up on the outside line. It's a great move by Baker, but unfortunately she doesn't have a ton of help. Now here comes Lily Davenport to her back bumper as we hit the tri-oval. Now past turn number 1. Oh, man, Oberlander got hit by Nicole Knievel coming back up the hill. Trouble. Around goes Nicole Knievel and Dina Oberlander. They're going to go sideways here in turn 1. The yellow flag will come back out again with 5 laps to go, right as it was getting good here at the front of the field. The yellow flag will halt us and send us, I believe, either into an organic green-white checkered or potentially our first overtime attempt of the night with 5 laps to go. We'll go back and get a look here at what happened. Oberlander got sent off the racetrack, tried to come back up the hill, and when she did, she got into the left side of Nicole Knievel, and oh man, that's some contact there with the 305 off the front bumper, went to 13, and she tries to rejoin, and unfortunately she tries to rejoin. It's going to make some extra. Oh man, you know what? There's no contact there. That's a big example of left rear netcode, guys. Tell me if you saw it too, but that angle was pretty telling to me. We'll start with Cody. Cody, looks like left rear netcode to me right there on that one.
Yeah, there was definitely netcode involved. The 2 trucks were, one was inside the other one. I'm taking a pretty good look at it right now, and it looked like Nicole Knievel was inside the car of Dina Oberlander. I think it was going to be a case of probably going to hit anyway, but regardless, it upset Dina Oberlander, sent her down below the yellow, and then when she tried to re-enter, it looked like she just made contact again with Dina. So nonetheless, we'll rack them back up and give these ladies a quick breather and see if we can have a epic finish to, at least in my opinion, what has been a great race. We have had numerous instances of 3 wide already.
Well, it has been a great race to this point. And you see as she tries to come back up. You see the amount of netcode there on the left rear of Nicole Knievel as they go around. And Merck, tell me if you see anything different on that one, but to me, pretty cut and dry there. Looks like an example of netcode, and they come back up the hill as they were trying to save the trucks.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's exactly what it was. I mean, like Cody said, I think they're hitting either way. It just kind of got a little ahead of itself. That's what you're seeing. And coming from a driver that knows a lot about hitting the wall very hard, these ladies have been just knocking the wall down tonight. Every time they get in a wreck, it's a magnificent one with trucks up in the air flipping around. So when they wreck them good.
They have been wrecking them good to this point in the race. We're about to rack them back up. We'll see if we do get the one to go this time by. I believe it's going to go into a green-white checkered attempt, but we'll see. So we pass the start-finish line. We'll see if the lights go out atop the pace truck. They will stay on, so it will be overtime here at Talladega in the better half dash. And so as we get ready to go back green, we'll kind of go round table here. You know, our picks may have changed. Did anybody's picks change? Austin, we'll start with you. Has your pick changed at all for the last 2 laps of this one?
Well, I think I'm going to have to jump on the bandwagon just from what I've seen, at least for now. I mean, I still don't know who I'd rate as the best driver yet, but I think out of all the ladies, the one that's found the way to drive the cleanest and the best line so far, it's got to go to Baste. So I think watch her to just probably wrap the bottom. And, I mean, if 2 of the other ladies can get linked up top, you never know. But right now, from what I've seen, yeah, I think I got to change my pick to the 73 truck.
All right, Merck, we'll go to you next. Has your pick changed at all here coming back to green with 2 laps to go?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna follow suit. I'm gonna change my pick as well. Katie Baker, she has timed runs on 2 restarts now, and she almost got the lead on the last one. If she would just had a little bit of help, I think she could have got clear. So I'm changing my pick to Baker.
All right, so we got 1 pick for Base, 1 pick for Baker. Sierra, we'll go to you real quickly before we go back green. Has your pick changed at all as we get ready to go back green with 2 laps to go?
I said either Baker or McDonald, but now I'm going Baker. I think that she can get it done.
All right, so another pick there for Katie Baker. We'll get Cody's pick when he comes back in from doing his race control duties. Here as we get ready to go back green, it'll be overtime attempt number 1 here from the Talladega Superspeedway. We'll take a second really quick and acknowledge the chat. It has been popping off the entire race, but obviously a lot going on. We haven't really been able to look at it a ton. We actually do have Baker in the chat. Committed to Kate Baste. So we'll see how that goes. Here on the bottom of the racetrack, they are apparently committed to each other. Devin Ray's been in the chat a lot tonight. Devin, good to see you. Glad to see you here. Larry McDonald's in the chat rooting on Heather. Heather's looked good in this race. She's got to be one of the favorites, I'm sure. As we get ready to go back green, Trevor Osronauts in chat, as well as Kenny Stamper, obviously rooting on Kate Baste, the better half of the KSR driver, Ryan Baste, in the 73. So good to see you guys here. Mike Davenport rooting on Lily Davenport. She's run well as well. She's in a good spot here, P4, for this restart. Ambrose Knievel is here as well. As Tanner Kasinger's in here. A lot of the drivers that have better halves in this race have been doing a lot of trash talk in the chat tonight. Number 1, keep it up, because it is very enjoyable here for us and for everyone watching, I'm sure, as we get ready to go back under the green flag. Always got a shout-out to Nalda Adams Baker's mom, rooting on Katie Baker tonight, as we get ready to go back under the green flag. And this is gonna be a good one. And if you wanted an audience, we got a big one for these ladies tonight. They all showed up at the right time. Green, white checker getting ready to go green. As 54 with us here live on the Ghost Racing Network. So excited to have you here. This is such a fun event that we're putting on. Now we've got our other driver here back in the booth with us, Cody Nagels. Cody, a couple things. Number 1, have you changed your pick at all? And number 2, what do you expect for this green, white checkered?
Man, I'm not going to change my pick only because, well, she's sitting in P9 right now, and I have a gut feeling that there's going to be a pretty big wreck up front. So I'm going to cross my fingers and hope Nikki can make it through because we will be racing it out to green. So that's going to be my prediction. I'm going to stick with Nikki, but I think we're going to have a very big pile up, and it's going to be a matter of who can make it through and have the best wreck avoidance.
We're getting ready to find out who's going to get the job done. We'll throw the driver cameras up here for you as all 3 get ready to go back under the green. There they are. Nikki Triscaro, Dina Oberlander, Jaira Epps getting ready to go back under the green flag for potentially the final time in the better half dash. Pace truck is down. Green flag getting ready to come back out. And here we go. We will try to take you all the way home radio style if we can once we get onto the back straightaway. Kate Baste brings the field into the restart zone. It'll be Jaira Epps to her outside. Who's going to win the better half dash? Into the restart zone they go. Green flag is in the air. Green white checkered attempt number 1 is underway in the better half dash. Up through the gears they go. And off towards turn 1. It's going to be Baste and Epps still double file. Katie Baker, Lily Davenport, Heather McDonald, Tarina Haynes still in the mix here. Trying to get the push working. Now the push starts to come to the bottom. And now the question will become, how much bump drafting do these ladies do with 2 to go? There was one right there. Tarina Haynes, a big shot in the back of Lily Davenport. Up on the outside, 3 wide for the race lead. Heather McDonald takes it up there all the way upstairs. She's got help coming in the form of the 69 truck. Gets a hit. Oh, 4 wide here at the front. McKay goes all the way to the front. They're going to make contact, still making contact, rubbing doors. Katie Baker's around the bottom end of turn number 4. Trouble. Oh, my goodness, a big wreck behind the leaders. And up front, they're going to wreck again. Heather McDonald into the right rear. Oh, trouble. Now around goes Jaira Epps. She's into the inside wall. Does it get to the white flag green? I think it might. All the way back to the white flag. It is going to go white right here, and it may be all said and done. White flag, 1 lap to go in the better half dash here in Talladega. It's Kate Baste. Can Lily Davenport make a run at this one? 7/10 back. Dina Oberlander's not out of this one either, but I think they're going to have to work together here on turn number 2 to get the job done. They're going to have to get linked up here and try to get forward to the race leader. It's all Kate Baste halfway down the backstretch. Can she get there? They're starting to close in. Gentlemen, I think we're going to have a 3-way race off turn number 4. And if I'm Heather McDonald, I'm in the catbird seat here. Who knows what's going to happen when we come off turn number 4. Based is a sitting duck here off of 4. Dina Oberlander's got to run. She takes it to the outside. No block by Based. Drag race off turn number 4. Lily Davenport is in this as well. Does she go a lane higher? She looks for the middle. Gets it in the right rear of Based. All the way home they come. This is the run to the end of the better half dash. Into the trial will they come. It's so fitting. PGR's Dina Oberlander is going to win the better half dash in Talladega.
What a move. You know, I was wondering if we were going to see it, Dawson. We weren't sure coming to the white flag, but we got the winning move on the last lap. And what a win it was.
Wow. Dina Oberlander gets the job done. It's so incredibly fitting that the driver for Team PGR, Nash Brambilla's better half, gets the job done in the PGR better half dash. What a run to the end. Wow. Cody, I mean, we expected to see something like that when it all came said and done. I knew when they were getting to run the backstretch, that's probably what was going to happen. That's a move we've seen a time or two on Thursdays there out of Dina Oberlander.
Well, absolutely, and I think as it all played out, Dina was in the perfect spot, I think, at least on the white flag, as it turned out, because Dina was able to get a little bit of draft from Lily Davenport, and I don't even think Dina was content with just pushing Lily and making the move in the trioval. She says, nope, I'm going to pass you, and I'm going to run down Kate Based. I mean, you've seen it right there. The driver, when you have that kind of pull, the driver that far back with that big of a head of steam, I just don't think anyone's going to be able to block that or have anything for that move.
She's going to burn it down here on the front stretch. A little smoke show here out of the 13. And she gets the job done in the better half dash. Great move there on the end of the front straightaway. This is a pretty veteran burnout she's doing here. It looks like, I don't know about you guys, but she looks like she might be used to this.
Well, it certainly looks like she might be used to it, and you know, if this is the first burnout, maybe it's the first burnout of many. Who knows? Maybe she sees the passion that Nash sees, and maybe this ain't gonna be the last time we see her out on the track. And I certainly hope not after a performance like that.
Well, a great performance it was for sure, and you see the moment there as Dina Oberlander wins the better half dash from Talladega Superspeedway. What a last lap it was. We'll show you the move one more time that won the race with the driver of the 13, Kate Based. Just an unfortunate incident that happened behind her here as a couple of the competitors got out of shape. You see them get too wide here on the backstretch, and I'll tell you what, I just wasn't sure how well this was going to work for them. When they didn't get linked up, I kind of started to doubt it a little bit and say, well, maybe the run doesn't work for them. Maybe they get side by side, they side draft each other back, and maybe it doesn't work, but instead they do still get a run. And I think Kate Based had to look at it all the way until the contact between her and Lily Davenport, and then from there, Oberlander can look in the mirror and start to celebrate. And there is the margin of victory at the line. As Dina Oberlander goes to victory lane here in the better half dash. What a race. And we'll get into your finishing results now from Talladega. Dina Oberlander wins the first ever PGR better half dash over Kate Based and Lily Davenport. Heather McDonald finishes 4th tonight, and Jaira Epps rounds out the top 5. Tarina Haynes finishes 6th, Nikki Triscaro in 7th. Katie Baker finishes 8th. Caitlin McKay finishes 9th. Nicole Kniebel rounding out a 10-truck field. Stick with us. We're going to see if we can wrangle together some post-race interviews for you here in just a moment. So stay right here on the Ghost Racing Network. We'll be right back. We're going to go get some post-race interviews with your top 3. Stay right here. Back live at Talladega. We're going to get your top three in here momentarily and try out some post-race interviews here as we get ready to wrap up tonight's Better Half Dash. And we begin, and we're going to see if this works. We'll begin our post-race interviews here with third-place finisher tonight, Lily Davenport. Lily, do you have us up here in the broadcast booth? Can you hear us okay?
Yes.
All right. Well, you finished third tonight. First off, what a fun experience this was for us to watch. I'm sure it was fun to race. Just kind of take us through, you know how much fun that was and how it felt to be out on the racetrack.
It's a lot of fun. Didn't practice a whole lot, so I think everybody did a really great job, and it was great.
Well, it definitely was so much fun to watch, and you finished third here. The last lap there, as we came back around to finish the race, intense moment there as we saw you try to make a move for the lead, perhaps there. What was the thought process there coming off the last lap?
Well, I was just gonna go for it. And Mike standing here, go, go, go. So I'm like, okay, and I went for it, and didn't quite go the way I had hoped, but gotta try.
Well, absolutely. It was a lot of fun to watch here tonight. So we're going to let you get back to it here in just a second. But before we let you go, is there anybody you'd like to thank or shout out here tonight?
Yeah, I'll thank my husband, Mike, for his commitment to getting me to do this. It was a lot of fun, so I'm glad he did it.
All right. Well, congratulations on a great run here tonight, a great finish, a third-place effort for you. Go celebrate it, and we will let you go. Thanks for running tonight. We'll hope to see you soon.
All right, thanks. Bye, guys.
Lily Davenport, the third-place finisher. We'll move now to the runner-up, who had the lead almost all the way home to the checkered flag. And give me a second, I'll get the details pulled up. There we go. And we'll move on to our second-place finisher here, and that is Kate Baste. Kate, do you have us okay? Can you hear us okay up here in the broadcast booth?
Yeah, I could hear you.
All right. Well, you finished second tonight. You had the lead almost all the way until the end of the race. Just kind of, first off, just take us through, was it fun for you running out on the racetrack? Just kind of take us through the experience of it all.
It was definitely a fun experience. It was very nerve-wracking. It was very intense.
Well, it was very intense. We saw you have the lead there. What was going through your head? What was going through your mind there as we came to the end of that race and you had the lead in the last about 100 feet of the race?
I was just trying to stay near the yellow line and avoid any accidents.
Well, you do that tonight. You finish in second tonight here in the Better Half Dash on the podium. Led some laps in that race as well. So before we let you go, after a second-place finish tonight, is there anybody you'd like to thank or shout out?
I'll thank my husband for forcing me into this race.
Well, it was definitely very fun to watch, very enjoyable. Congratulations on a second-place effort tonight in the Better Half Dash.
Thank you. Good night.
Kate Baste in the 73 finishes second tonight. And that'll leave us to the winner who made the big move off of the final corner. We'll see if we can find her here. We'll move her up here into the broadcast booth. The winner, Dina Oberlander, and Cody, my broadcast partner, stands by with the race winner.
Hey, Dean, it's the boys in the booth. Can you hear us okay?
I can.
So, how does it feel to be in victory lane after it was an absolutely crazy race to watch up in the booth, but just how did the race go for you from start to finish, and just tell us about your experience.
Well, Nash prepared me pretty well. I did a lot of practicing, but it was nothing like practicing with the AI. It was something new.
Well, it definitely is. It's something different, because I think you could probably see with the AI, they're predictable, and when you get on the track, it just doesn't seem like anything that you prepare for. It just flips a 180 and is completely different. But you were able to get it done, and just take us through when the wreck happened. You were quite a ways back. So what was your mindset? Did you think you had a shot at the win?
I mean, I want to say yes, but I wasn't feeling very confident towards the end, but I just kind of laser focused in, buckled down. I mean, it was fun playing with some very aggressive women.
And again, it was very enjoyable to watch, but I have to ask. I brought this up to Dawson about the possibility, and Nash, by the all-time stats, has 3 podium finishes in PGR, but he's yet to get a win. So, how does it feel to get your first PGR win before Nash?
I mean, it sounds like he's got some competition coming up, so he probably trained me a little too well.
Well, it definitely showed. Nash is a very knowledgeable super speedway racer, and above all else, he is a fantastic man. And it was just a lot of fun to watch you ladies on the track, and I can definitely tell that you guys, you put in the practice and did everything right. We seen 3 wide, 4 wide. It was a fantastic race to be up in the booth to help call. So before I let you go, is there anyone that you'd like to thank or shout out that made the first place finish possible?
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna thank Nash Brambilla, my mom for watching, and then his aunt and grandma also for watching. Shout out to Julie and Granny.
Well, again, thank you for taking the time out of your day to participate in this race, and I am looking forward to when we can do this again next year. But again, congratulations, and go celebrate your first place finish.
Thank you.
Well, I'll tell you what, as we wrap up there with Overlander, what a victory. First of all, you put it there, a little bit of a stray that I'm not even sure if Nash caught, where his better half gets a PGR victory before he does. Nash, well, that's all I have to say about that. But what a great race it was, man. That was a lot of fun. Just a fun night of racing. A really lighthearted night. We all kind of needed something like this here as we were coming off a busy racing weekend. And what a fun time watching these ladies tackle the racetrack for the first time. And I'll tell you what, we saw some great moments in that one.
Oh, we definitely seen some great moments, because we've seen a lot of races that the boyfriends and husbands are in where we don't even see 4 wide. And we seen 4 wide, and we actually seen it stick for a little bit. So, again, it's very enjoyable to see in the booth, and it's just a breath of fresh air where you see the ladies in the race. They were apologizing for the wrecks, and you could tell they were just treating each other with the utmost respect. And, treating this for exactly what it is. I mean, this is a hobby to all of us, and it's just, again, it's refreshing to see the better halves get out there and show us really the respect that we need to be showing to our fellow competitors, and let the true passion come out in the overall race product.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to try to do here before we let everybody go here from this Tuesday night. Well, I thought we were going to do it, but now he has jumped out of the channel. So I was going to say we could get series owner Michael Triscaro up here. Unfortunately, he has jumped out of here for a moment, so I'm not going to be able to do that. But what an event we've put together. This was a lot of fun. I want to thank everybody for watching. Try to keep it a little bit lighthearted tonight. A little bit of a change of pace for all of us. I hope you all had fun watching. I know I did. This is a great event. I was looking forward to it. I was looking forward to getting to call something like this. Just so unique, something new that we were all trying. And so I hope everybody that watched enjoyed and enjoyed the little bit of a change of pace. And hey, I think Dina said it best. Perhaps some of these other halves have some competition now. We saw some moves there that rival what we see on Thursday nights. And what a night it was. We will now. I'm gonna attempt here. We'll see. Make sure don't cut him off here, but I do want to try to get him up here to kind of talk a little bit on this concept before we let you all go. And hopefully I did not cut him off. We'll get him up here really quickly. Series owner Michael Triscaro. Mike, are you back on the headset here? Do we have you back?
Yeah, you guys got me, man.
All right. Well, hey, look, what an event. You set out to plan something like this. It was a really fun time, I know, for me and Cody and for Austin and Merck and Sierra up here in the booth. You got to watch firsthand as your better half took to the racetrack tonight. What'd you think of the event and the race that these ladies ended up putting on?
Well, there's two parts to this answer here. First of all, the event actually went 1,000 times better than I even thought it was going to. Those girls, I mean, I think we had 4 wide at one point, but it was excellent racing. I know we had a little bit of cautions there, but we all knew that was going to happen. But we got some green flag laps in. We had a lot of lead changes. I know we were up front leading some laps. We went to the back, kind of navigated through, but man, I'm actually geeked up. That was very tough for me to kind of be in Nikki's ear, navigating her through the field. It's going to be very hard for me to ever get her to do this again. I probably needed some duct tape around my mouth because she wasn't too thrilled after the race with me. All in good fun. Nothing that flowers tomorrow for Valentine's Day won't fix. But that part of it for me was hard, man, because I wanted it for her and just to get up there if she could. But she did a great job. Everybody did a great job. It looked like Nash's girlfriend got the victory. She was side drafting there in turns 3 and 4. Got it done, man. What a night. That was freaking awesome.
It was a whole lot of fun. I'll tell you what, we've heard from several already that they want to see something like this again, and perhaps even in the near future. I know that was brought up in the YouTube chat. So, is this a possibility? Is this something we could begin to do more regularly here for PGR?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we're breaking our whole PGR schedule in quarters this year, so we're running through our first quarter schedule right now. So maybe we run one of these, once a quarter, so 4 a year. And I think now too that being that we've done it and we have a broadcast and people can go back and look at it, I think we'll get more involvement from some of the other wives and girlfriends going forward, man. I had a blast. I hope you guys did too. My wife, maybe not so much with all the anxiety and tension trying to get up there into the lead and in the front, but all in all, man, it was a great night.
Well, absolutely it was, and that is all but going to do it for us here from PGR Esports, the Better Half Dash. A really fun event, a really fun night. Again, I hope everybody enjoyed it and comes back if we do it again. It does sound like it's going to be something that happens more regularly, perhaps a bigger field next time, but these ladies put on a show all night long. Some big bonsai moves I figured we'd see on Thursday. It happened 2 days early. And, man, some competition coming for the other halves. Dina Oberlander, Nash Rambilla's better half, gets the job done here, the Better Half Dash. I hope everybody enjoyed this one. Happy Valentine's Day to all those celebrating tomorrow. And I hope you enjoyed this little prelude to the holiday here during the week. Next up for us, Thursday night, it'll be the Next Gens at Daytona for our normal PGR Esports Thursday Night Series content. It'll be Austin and Baker carrying you through that one, as I'm going to be on track on Thursday night. So watch out for that one as we celebrate Daytona 500 week the only way we know how, and that's running the next-gen cars at Daytona International Speedway. Tune in for that one. But other than that, it's going to do it for us here on the Ghost Racing Network. For my various broadcast partners tonight, Sierra Clampert, Austin Green, Jeff Merck, and Cody Nagels. My name is Dawson Wise. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in and watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and we will see you Thursday night for PGR the Next Gen